Hey friends, you got Renee here at Mold Mending, right by an expressway. But yet right by that expressway is this really cool little pond. Anyway, a friend had asked me if I would share how do you take care of yourself when somebody in your home is sick and you've got to still take care of yourself to make sure you don't get that cold too. So I'll share a little story. My husband had to get a surgery on his hip, and the surgery actually today, right where I'm at, it's a Monday. So 4 days ago he came home and he started sniffling and having this little minor cough. And I was like, oh Eddie, this is not good. You've got to be well for this surgery. We don't want to be putting that off. So I did not know he was sick until he handed me his Vicks and said, can you please put some of that on my neck and behind his ears. He can't stand the feel of it. So I went and put it on, and I'm like, you know, there's some other things, Eddie, that you could use. I actually did a message about this, of how to speed up a cold. It's like, yeah. He's like, let me get some stuff for you. So I grabbed the throat coat, which he already knows to do. So it's a throat coat tea. He was already starting to drink that. And then I said, I'm making my own Vicks tonight. I make my own little concoction, and out of probably like 8 to 10 different essential oils mixed with my tallow. I use that anytime my throat gets scratchy. And so I made sure I made a good batch of that. And then when he was almost asleep at night, I'd put a little bit on the back of his neck and his back. And then the other thing I had him do was colloidal silver. I haven't mentioned this before that I know of, but the last time I was really sick, my integrative specialist had said, try some colloidal silver as a nasal spray. So I got him the colloidal silver in a nasal spray. I already had it. And I said, nighttime, just do a squirt in each nostril. You know, put it up there, block one side, suck it up the same time you squirt it. Next day he was doing so much better. I also did a shout out to 3 of my girlfriends and asked them to pray. And I'm telling you, the prayer worked, because the next day he was like completely different and feeling so much better. And while he was doing those remedies and having prayer happen for him, I was also making sure I was being taken care of as well. So making sure I was eating my healthy meals of my meat and my vegetables. I was using my own Vicks that I mentioned earlier. Lots of hydration. And thankfully he was doing that as well. So the other thing that I had for preventative measures was actually 2 air diffusers or oil diffusers in our bedroom, one on each side of our bed. We had 2, one big one on my side, one small one on his side, and it was diffusing the thieves oil, which helped to clear out germs in the air when someone is sick in our home, or I just feel a little bit of itchiness in my own throat. So that's just a little thing I wanted to share with you, that there are natural remedies that you can use that can speed up a cold, and it work. And thankfully, by yesterday morning, actually Saturday, it was almost completely gone. And then yesterday, Sunday, didn't hear anything except at nighttime, just one time he had a sniff once. So praising God that surgery is happening, no cold, no nothing. So woo, not having to postpone that. As a week ago, somebody was sharing with me that their father had just gone in to get a hip replacement, and he was doing fine, felt fine, and they tested him and he had COVID. They had to send him home. So that's not good. So I'm thankful that my hubby's well and in surgery right now. And we were able to kick that cold quite quickly so that he could get in there and not have to postpone it. So remember, we can be well even while ill, and we can take care of ourselves. See you soon.